Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. We started with the left outer. Okay, so we were here. So I'll just do a brief recap of what we discussed yesterday. So this is the data set we're working with. Oh, do you have it open? I think so. Yeah. This data set we are working with, it has it's a workbook with two worksheets, the transactions and the cities worksheet. So what we did yesterday was to try and merge the two tables together using the city column as the merging column. So on getting here, so we got something like this as the final. So let me rename this as left outer. Rename as left left outer join. So before I proceed to another kind of join, do we all understand how we came about this, how we got this done yesterday? If we don't, I can go over it again. Are we all clear with the left outer join?
Please, sir, could you just do a quick summary? Thank you, sir.
Okay, it's fine. Yesterday for the left outer join, this is, let me bring up the, what's it called? This stuff here. I'm trying to open, okay. Okay, I have this open. The join kinds, just to be sure, can you see the diagram?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. This is the left outer. Left outer means bring everything. Now, this is our left table, this is our right table. They have similar values in some rows, and they have different values in some rows also, so they are not completely, this is, we need to get one thing straight here. These two denotions here represent the column I'm matching with, not the entire data set per se. You understand what I did? It's not like the entire data, the column I'm matching with. And if the column I'm matching with have different values, definitely that means the two tables are different. They are not completely the same, if I can put it that way. So this represents the matching columns. Okay, maybe I will illustrate it using another method. So at least I think the more we emphasize it, the better. So let me just go back to, excuse me, let me go back to the data set. Let's use another method to emphasize this now. These are the two worksheets now. Let me bring them together. I think it will be clearer that way. Let me bring them together. So let me create a new worksheet here. Let me put this here. Okay, let me put it, yes. No, I want this. Let me move it to the end. So I think, okay, no, sorry, I don't want this. I wanted to move this. Move sheet 2, move to the end. I don't want to create a copy. Okay, good. So let me copy this. Now, this is for the first table. So this data, let me copy this. Let me put that here. Let me put it here, okay. And for the second table, we have this, Control C. Okay, let me make this Control V. Okay, this is the transactions. This is from the transactions workbook. And let me call this left. So we know that's, so when I say left, I hope you understand what I mean by left. That is from diagram, the left, the one on the left side. And let me call this cities table. And let me name it right. Okay, so let me just merge and center, merge and center. Okay, for clarity, let me give this this color, and let me give this color. Just for distinction, that's all. Let me give this color. Now, what we are trying to do is, this is our baseline now. This is our, I know from what we did yesterday, this is our starting point. This is our starting, let me go back here so you can understand what I mean. Now, we selected this first when we are doing our merge, we selected this and merge it, with this. So, assuming again, let me do this again. Control C and Control V. Now we have this now. These are our starting points now. We want to bring in, from here, we want to bring in the state and the region. So we're trying to bring in the state and region from here. That's what we are trying to do. That's the essence of this whole activity. And they should be in green because the state and region, where they are coming from, they are in green. So we are bringing this value. Okay. For this state, let me expand this so I can see everything in the cell. Okay. For the state of Waco, for the city of Waco, the state is New York. Sorry, the state is Texas, and the region is central. So Control C, Control V. For the state of Chicago, for the city of Chicago, we have Illinois and Central, Control C and Control V. So I don't want to be doing this one after the other, so I can just use my formula. So you understand what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to this is what Power Query is trying to do. So I'm trying to do it manually first so that you can have a better understanding of what is happening behind the scenes, So I'm not going to start copying this after that. I'll just use my formula to bring in things. At least these two have shown what I intend to do. So let me use my X lookup. I'm bringing for, okay. For this, I would have preferred to even use it from the beginning, but let me go ahead. Bringing for this, then our lookup array, I'm bringing the state now. I'm bringing the state. Let me make it absolute. Then I'm return array. Sorry, lookup array. I think I got something wrong here. Let me do that again. It's asking me for the lookup array. Where is it again? Comma 20. Is it 27 now? Let me be sure. Let me do that again so I don't. X lookup is asking for lookup value. I'm bringing in here city lookup array. Okay, it's here. It's in the city. You are bringing it. It's here. It's from Philadelphia. Is from here. So I make it F form. I don't want it to. I want to make it absolute. Then return array. Where am I returning it? Where as in from which column am I returning a value? So it's from here. I make it absolute as well. Then if it's not available, do I want any message? I don't want, so I can skip it and just put a comma there. That means I'm not putting any message there. Exact match, yes. Set from first to last, yes. So when I close that, okay. I think something is, it should be 0 here, not 9. 0. I wanted to type 0, I typed 9. So it has brought Pennsylvania. We can drag down, okay, to get for others. So I can do that for this as well. You know, I can copy the formula and just edit it, but let's do it at least so that the more we practice it, the better it gets understood. So equals to X lookup again. Lookup value, I'm looking for this, where lookup array, that it's here, F4. On return array, I want to return the region now. So here, I need everything. Here, F4 is to make it absolute. Then I'm skipping the message, exact match. Then from first to last. So this is the region. We have the region now, so we can, rather than copying and pasting, we just use, it's always good to use the functions once, every now and then, every time you have the opportunity to do that. That's what makes it sticks, So we have this now. So I want this out because this will appear as null. So that means if you check Philadelphia is in the state of Philadelphia. So Philadelphia is in the state of Pennsylvania, and I think that's what we have. Yes. So I think we are all good. We are good with this. I can make this green. Okay. Okay. This should be green as well. Okay. So I want to leave this as null. Because that's how empty cells will appear in Power Query. Null. What is this telling us? It's telling us that we don't have, for Dallas, we don't have Dallas here. We don't have Dallas here in the second table. That's why it's not bringing any value for state and region. So, and we have Texas here. Okay. So one more thing. Let's bring in the, what's it called? For this city, let me see, this city, we have Houston here. Okay, you know that there's one city here that is not here, which is Houston. Houston is the only city we have in this second table that is not here. Whereas Dallas is the only city we have in this table. That has been confirmed in our previous classes, So let me bring in this city here. I'm intentionally leaving a column here. The city for this. The whole, what's it called? The whole information I have here is for this first table. So this one in green is for this second table. So I'm leaving this, I'll still change this one to green color. Then the same city, you see, I'm going to repeat it. This city, apart from Dallas, Control C, Control V. These ones, they have no, I will explain what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make it clearer. So when we are doing then these ones, we have it here, Control C, Control V. Okay, what I do, let me change this to green. What I did is this. Oh no, undo. Where's my undo? Okay. I just want to change this to green. Okay. Now, this is it. I just repeated the city we have here. The city we have on this, for the cities column. Let me just make everything the same color so we know. Okay, good. It's just a repetition of the city. We have Waco here. Waco is the city, state, and his region. Waco, this is the city, and this is the region. San Francisco is here, and the region is west, and this is the state. I just repeated what I have here. So that's what I did. And there's a city here, Houston. There's a city here, which is Houston, which I've not added here. I will only add Houston here. Sorry, Houston. Sorry, I have to go through all this just to make it clear to us. Now, I have all the states, all the matching states. These states we have here are also here. All the states in red here, they are here. Apart from this null, this null, I'm going to do this. This null, I'm going to leave it as black. And this, I'm going to leave it as black. That means everything we have here, all the cities we have here in red, we also have here in green. Those are the matching cities. The cities appearing in both tables. They are both in red. They are in red here, and they are in green here. Apart from, sorry, I need to, this is not here. So Dallas is not there. So Dallas is not here. As Houston is not here, Dallas is not here. So that means Houston now. Houston will not have, see from this table here. Let's go to, look at the regional table. The city of Houston, if you look at it, it doesn't have any transaction information here. See, city, it doesn't have any, no, that means no customer that purchased, comes from Houston. So that means you can't have his segment documented for it. We can't have we can't have any sales value, no quantity for it, no discount, nothing for Houston here. So if that is clear, that means we can say that all the information as regards Houston here should all be null, ideally, because it has no value here. So it should all be null. It will all be null. It will all be null here. So all the null values, let me try and make the null values. Anything null, it will all be null here. Don't forget, Houston here. Houston has a state and region here. So we can give it a state. The state is, I think it's Texas, and region is Central. So I think, okay, I can leave Houston as, let me leave Houston as green because it belongs here. Let me leave Houston as green. It belongs here. And let me leave Dallas as red because it belongs there. Fine. So this is what I want to achieve now. Let's look at it again. So this is from the left-hand side, and this from the right-hand side. You can see that on the left-hand side, we have all cities. Oh, sorry, they are all the cities in the left-hand side are in the right-hand side, except Dallas. That's why, that means here, Dallas will not have any value for region and state here. If you check here, because Dallas is not here, you will not see any value for region and state. That's why I'm saying that it will be null here. It will not have, and for city does not, on this side, there's no Dallas as a city here. So that is settled. Then for this second table, we have all the states here being here, apart from all the cities, sorry, all the city here being here, apart from Houston, that is not here. So Houston is appearing here, but it's not appearing here. And that means Houston has no transaction recorded here in this first table, in the left-hand table. So that is settled now. So that is what, so this is the logic behind everything. So that means from here, we can proceed. Now, I intentionally left this space because our reference point is this city. Now, what we want to do is, what we want to achieve is, we want to bring in the states and the region. We are bringing in the state and the region. Let's do right outer. We've done left outer. With right outer, I think you understand better what I mean now. We've done left outer. Let's do right outer. So we go to this. Let's go back to the city. We do a merge query as new. Sorry, let's start from transaction. Sorry. Don't forget our baseline is transaction. We want to bring information to the transaction table from the city table. Start from transaction. Then we go to merge query as new. So we are bringing information from, we are trying to bring the state and region from the cities table to the transactions table. So that's why we are starting from transaction. So we want to merge information from cities. So we have used left outer, we are using right outer now. That means right outer means bring everything from the right table. That's the right outer, but only bring the matching information from the first, which is the left. The first is the left. Don't forget the first is our left. The second is our right now. So everything from the right, bring it, but only bring the matching information from the left. So that's what we want to do. So our city, don't forget, we are using city as the matching columns. So you have to select city. Then we say OK. Now, this is our transaction table that we have already. So we want to bring in information from the cities table. So we have it here. We are not bringing city from cities table, because if we select city, it will bring in Houston as well here. But we only want the state and the region. That's what our focus is, transaction table. We only want to populate the transaction table with more information, which is the state and the region. So we leave out the city here, because everything we have here is from the cities table. We leave out the city and we bring in the state and the region. So we don't want to use our original column as prefix. So we select OK. Now it has brought it in. Now let me tell you what we are going to expect. Now let me go back to it. Now what we have done now is, now we have brought in state and region from this table here, but we have used left outer. We have used right outer rather. Right outer means bring everything you have from the right hand side, right? So this is the right hand side now. City table is on the right hand side. We did not, we left out city when we are selecting the columns to bring. We only brought in state and region. That's why I intentionally left out city here. I didn't intend to bring in city from the cities table. So we've only brought in the state and the region. So it says bring everything. Now this is everything from the right hand side. Now everything here means everything that has to do with this city. Everything that has to, don't forget the matching column is the city. Like I was trying to explain here now, earlier on, that everything means everything that has to do with the city column, the matching column. That means, let me go back here. Now, we should not lose sight of the fact that this we matched with the city column. Bring everything that has to do with this city. That means going to bring everything that has to do with Waco to here, and also to do with Portland and here. It's not going to bring anything that has to do with Dallas, because Dallas is not a city here. So it's going to bring everything that has to do here. So it's going to bring everything that has to do with this here. Let me give it a color. And here. That is from the left-hand side, from the right-hand side, rather, from this right-hand side. Don't forget, right outer means bring everything that has to do with the right. That means bring all the information that has to do with the right-hand city column. This is the right-hand city column. We only have this city here. It doesn't, that's why this is in red. This is in black, rather. This is not a city in the cities column, so it's going to leave it out. But all these are cities. So it's only going to bring the state and the region, because that is what we're interested in. We only need the state and the region. bring everything that has to do with city from the right hand side, then bring everything that matches with this. Don't forget here, this everything that matches. That means column to column, city to city. What matches? Bring all the data that match. So what match here? The cities that is that. Don't forget our reference is city. All this city here we have here, we also have here. We are focusing on transactions table now. It's going to bring in everything that has to do with this city. So I have to highlight again. This city is not going to bring Dallas because it's not matching with this and this city. So it's going to bring everything that has to do with. Let me first, it's like everything that has to do with here. It's going to bring everything. I will still give it the same color. And everything that has to do with this here to here, I will do it. I'm just for repetition's sake, for what's it called? For you to understand, that's I'm re-highlighting it. It has been highlighted to show the process that is going on underneath. So it's bringing everything here again, the same color. That means what we are going to have is this. Everything from here. So it's only going to leave out Dallas and the null values. It's going to bring in Texas. This thing I marked, I highlighted in yellow is what we are going to bring in. Everything that has to do with this right and only the matching things from this left. So I don't expect to see anything that has to do with Dallas in our final outcome. So let's go and check it. You can see our final outcome. City. There's nothing has to Dallas, nothing has to do with Dallas here, but it brought the null value for Texas and Central. It brought that value for us because it has to do with the right-hand side. It has to do with the right-hand side. I don't know. I hope I've not lost people here. Is that clear?
It's clear for me.
We
Okay.
lost from the X lookup everything.
Sorry?
That's where the whole thing scattered. So
Sorry?
from the X lookup, maybe because I've not joined. I didn't join the last class for X lookup. So from there, the whole thing got scattered from there.
I know the X lookup. I just use it to look up some values, to bring in some values from another table. So it doesn't have anything to do with Power Query, really. It's an Excel function. But it's rather than me, copying and pasting. X lookup, V lookup is another class entirely.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. So I just use it to simplify what I wanted to do. Really. But I think what is more important now is just to understand the concept of joins. We can always look at the X lookup and the other looks of data. But do you understand this join? What we just did? So let's, without minding the X lookup, do you understand this join?
No.
Okay, let's do the left outer that we did yesterday. Now, we did left. Let me mark this right outer join. Rename right outer join. Now, let me go back to left outer. Let me use the same concept to explain left outer. Now, left outer means, this is left outer, means bring everything from the left hand side and only bring the matching features from the right hand side. And we are now, since we are joining our matching column here is the cities column. So this is referring to cities column per se, our matching column. Now, that means, let me highlight this. Let me undo. Okay, now, this is the right-hand column now. This is the left. Let me put before I start mixing them up now. This is left and this is right. Bring everything from the left. What's on the left is cities. Now, everything that has to do with cities on the left, bring it, And if you check from the original table, we have only how many? These are the list of cities that exist on the left-hand table from here to here, right? If that is clear, we can just go here. That I just replicated this table here. I just populated it so that you understand what is happening. So bring everything. So we are stopping here. We are stopping here. We are not going to extend it to null, because anything null has to do with which city? Houston. And Houston is not on the left-hand side. So we stop here. So we are not just stopping here now. Now bring all the information you want. Using these cities I've selected as a reference. So I need all this information. Don't forget I stopped here. We are bringing in state and region. These are satisfied what we need. These are satisfied this part. This part. Everything, all the cities, all the information, bring it in. That part has been satisfied by this. So let me highlight it. It's going to bring in this for sure. Now, the other part says that for left outer, bring in the matching features. And the matching features, like I said, it has to do with the cities. The matching feature, that means the cities here that are also here. The cities here that are also here. So this from here to here, and from here to here, without leaving out this null, from here to here, and from here to here are the cities here that are also here. I'm not going to bring this city in because I did not bring it in when I filtered it out, because my focus is populating the cities I have here. I'm not bothered about the cities I have here. I only need the state and the region that are attached to this city here. So that means I'm bringing in everything, here. So that means bring all the information as well. So is bringing everything like this. Then it will come here again. It's leaving this house because it's not a matching column. So this bringing everything again. So this is what I expect. So I've done it from the left side and I've done it from the right side. I've fulfilled the condition for the left side, bringing everything, and I've fulfilled the condition from the right side, bringing the matching columns. That means I don't expect to see anything Houston in the result. I don't expect to see Dallas and the non-values for the state and the region. So if you go there, if you go and check the left outer, if you see, check, you see, we can see the two non-values for Dallas, but we cannot see anything that has to do with Houston here as a city. Nothing to do with Houston, because it's not bringing any information. It's not bringing all the information from the right table. It has left out Houston. It did not return the what's it called? The state and the region for Houston, because we are not bringing the unmatching features, which is the Houston column from the cities table. So I think we should stop here today, and maybe you should go and do some practice on our own too. I think it will